gonna be one hell of a video to edit.
Oh. There's a thing if you want to duplicate anything.
Ben, please, my car.
What about it?
I hit a pole, it's running away. No, my
I can
car.
hardly see over.
This is the long drive. I mean, drive beyond horizons. Oops. In this game, you can complete subtle yet complex tasks, such as, but not limited to, eating food, drinking water, pissing your pants. I just pissed myself. Force feeding your friends diesel fuel, and most importantly, blowing you, your friend, and your car up with an RPG, simultaneously killing both of you and ending the game, losing you all of your progress. And yes, unlike the long drive, you can actually die, so you have to be careful. The only way to forcefully resuscitate your buddy after the gnawing pangs of starvation rip him from our current plane of existence into an outer realm without pain and suffering is to shove a large D battery into their anal cavity like an old Tickle Me Elmo doll. Seems a bit crude, but fuck it. Gets the job done. Now, before I go any further, I must ask that you like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. It helps the channel and shows me that you want to see more, and I like that. Anyway, back to the video. Now, the goal in the game is to drive. A lot of driving. Also, scavenging for supplies to survive, and gambling on a random slot machine that spawned in the middle of a minefield in the desert next to a porta-potty, and also pimping your ride. Look, I found a fucking windshield. Survival consists of finding food, eating food, finding water, drinking said water, and not sharing while your friend takes damage from being thirsty. So, pretty normal everyday features there, except you can store it anywhere in your car and it will never go bad. Which brings me to my next topic, the vehicles. Specifically the customization. Now, being a long drive clone, if you've ever seen the game, you know how it goes. At first, you want to build a practical car that gets you where you need to, unless you're me. In which case, I almost immediately start collecting the biggest tires and goofiest looking cars I can find. Which is pretty easy in a game like this. Now, there is one more thing I like about this game more than the long drive. The turbocharger. The introduction of this simple yet effective tool of making even the slowest, most cancer-infused engines usable-ish. They're still slow, but now they're slightly faster and make cool noises that my monkey brain connects with on a deeper level that no human can ever fully understand. Also, adding things like modular seats, horns, and exhaust tips that change how the engine sounds, leading to a pretty satisfying and sometimes hilarious process of putting your vehicle together. Now, this is technically a survival driving sim, so you know there are subsequent enemies to deal with along your adventures. At least there are supposed to be. The game has zombies as your enemy, but in my whole 4 hours of playing the game, I've seen 3. And the 3 I've seen were not much more of a threat than a baby with whooping cough. Give them a good handy and they go down quick, within 2 to 3 swings. So it's safe to say, you never really worry about them, as they're no threat compared to the real danger in this game. Your own friends. And landmines, but we'll get to that later. You see, it's not actually very hard to survive, as food and water are relatively easy to find, and you rarely see the enemy. What makes it hard to survive is your buddy taking your steering wheel off of your vehicle while you're going 200 down a curvy road full of light poles, and you have no seatbelts because your friend got rid of them because he said it was weight reduction, and then immediately seeing God after hitting a light pole and flying 7 miles away from your vehicle out of the windshield because your friend also thought it was a good idea to throw out your windshield for weight reduction. I think I've painted a picture. Thus far, I've shown you the rough start me and my friend have had, the bittersweet middle, and now it is time for the last leg of our journey. We managed to get a hold of 2 vehicles. Long story short, oh my god, I just started lagging really bad. Game no likey. Once more than one vehicle is in play, the engine starts to dissolve at its seams. This game is very buggy. I mean, very.
Fuck it, we're just gonna keep going.
My feet. Bruh. What is that? What is... Sometimes buggy is good. But when you can't drive forward because the handbrake is clinically insane and its spaghetti code decides it just wants to stay on forever, even if we both see it as off and I can drive the car fine, yet it goes nowhere for my friend.
I can't drive it. I'm saying I can't drive it.
That's when the bugs go from fun to please, I just want it to stop. But just when you're about to give up and Alt F4, you see it in the distance. The pull handle and bright lights all too familiar. It's a slot machine. You can find these bad boys in random places along your drive and includes different prices you can actually win. Oh, and it's commonly found in a minefield next to an outhouse that can duplicate items. Speaking of the landmines, be careful, they are also randomly generated in spots you'd never expect. And in order to get to the slot machine, you must cross the field of landmines, which, if you asked any Vietnam veteran, is easier said than done.
Huh?
I recommend skipping it for now, as you can find one in a building next to shopping carts having sex and safely scratch the screen as you gamble your life away in that dirty room until you starve to death or until the handle falls off the slots and you still haven't won anything.
A few moments later.
Chicken jockey!
Fucker. All in all, I believe this game is a fun game to have a goofy time in with your friends. Now, I didn't mention this throughout the video, but this game is in beta and is supposedly getting updates in the future. My advice to the devs: more car variants with more reliable spawns, and fixing the multiplayer, especially because this type of game is meant for you to play with friends. You don't really have to put that much thought in it. That's what makes these games fun. And that's the aspect that, ironically, these indie games are getting way more correct than AAA games ever do nowadays. That's my opinion, at least. Also, lower the price. This shit is worth like $15, not $25. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.